So thank you for coming.
Not a
We
problem.
are doing the 46th Eudoo interview of 100. And right now I'm here in number 46 looking forward to what you might have to say.
Cool.
So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Mariel Schroder and I'm a digital designer at Young & Shand.
Brilliant, okay. So, for you, New Zealand, what is it like in 3 words? How would you describe it in 3 words?
In 3 words, I think it's small, clean, but separate from the rest of the world. It's quite isolated.
Yes, okay. What would you like it to be? What should it be, do you think?
I think, in 3 words, kind of a point of difference. It has innovation and more of a liberal sense of creativity, because I kind of think in the more creative way, so I'm more focusing on that aspect of New Zealand.
So understand that entirely. So a real point of difference in the area of creativity.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to see, or does that cover it?
Well, it kind of covers it, because a point of difference can be anything, you know. I think it just should have innovation. It's something that sets it, like New Zealand,
Yes.
different to the rest of the world.
Yes. Is there a particular style of innovation that you think New Zealand's kind of, you know, in the way
Leaning
that-
towards?
Leaning towards, yeah.
I think New Zealand has the ability to be honest and
Yes.
integrate our own sense of humour
Yes.
and our creativity, which I think is good, because sometimes the rest of the world, well, from my perspective,
Yes.
can be a little boring, but
There's a kind of a mischievousness
yeah, exactly.
goes on
Yeah,
here.
yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what do you think, is there a particular celebrity or a person who you think sums up, you know, you're talking about a point of difference and the kind of style of New Zealandness that
Well,
we're talking about?
I mean, not in terms of the humour
Yes.
side, but I
Okay.
think Ed Hillary
Yes.
is a definite person who kind of showed that he was taking innovation and stepping forward, but he kind of was helping the rest of New Zealand by exposing
Yes.
himself as a New Zealander, so the rest of the world knew
Because
who
he was
what.
first.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he was really literally stepping up
Yes, yeah, exactly.
to become the first to
Yeah.
climb Everest.
Yeah,
And in so doing, he was showing what was possible
Yeah.
from New Zealand, or what humans are possible from, possible, you know, what humans are capable of, but also what New Zealand was capable of.
yes,
Is
exactly.
that a correct
Yeah,
understanding?
no, that is totally correct.
Okay.
But also in terms of like today, not as cliche, like try not to be cliche, but
Yes.
kind of, I don't know, like either Lorde or
Yes.
like Sean Kelly,
Yes.
who's the newest winner of Project Runway. Kind of, they've gone into the modern world with taking kind of Kiwi how do you say that?
Ingenuity.
Ingenuity,
Yeah.
kind of innovation.
Yeah, yeah. So, Lorde, what do you think it is? And this is a genuine question, right? So, what do you think it is about her, either her music or her personality, that is particularly New Zealand?
I think it's more her personality.
Yeah.
Kind of the tall poppy syndrome.
Do you think,
I think
she
it's-
manages that well?
I do. I think so. I mean, she is, 18 now, so you can't really
Yeah.
handle yourself all that
No,
whole
of course
time
not.
because
I mean, wow.
you're
you
in
know.
for, yeah. I don't know if I would personally like I admire her as a person, but
Yes.
maybe not like I don't like her music, etc.
Yes, I understand.
But just as a like a...
As the way she's handling
Yeah.
herself.
Exactly.
So what do you think how is she handling herself in a way that you really appreciate? You think that she's being humble?
Yeah, and I think she's speaking the truth
Yes,
and
okay.
being true to who we are as a collective in New Zealand.
Is there any example, do you think, of where she's spoken the truth or done something that demonstrates this honesty? And I'm asking because I'm genuinely
Yeah.
wanting to know. I don't have, people talk about her being like that, but I personally genuinely can't pull out an
Yeah.
instance and say, oh, she did this.
Well, she spoke her mind about a few different
Yeah.
artists in the industry, and
Okay.
people
Wow.
were quite taken back about
Right.
it because she was a newcomer, and you don't really
So
just
she's
the people that have
expected to
just sit
be
down
nice
and
to
obey.
everyone and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not say anything yet.
exactly.
Okay, that's really helpful. So I'm hearing you see her as honest and direct and real, and that's very valuable. She's authentic ultimately.
Yes.
Okay. So moving on and thinking about, it's 2050 and Eudoo has put you in a special Eudoo time bubble and whisked you away and brought you back to 2050, and what do you see in New Zealand? What is the vision and the goal, and what do you see that you
I think
see?
I see a place that has more innovation, where innovation can really thrive, and therefore New Zealand can benefit from it as a whole and can expose the country to
Yes.
the rest of the world. I think it's all about more exposure.
Yes. Are there any particular companies that you think illustrate that style of innovation or
I think
things that you're thinking about?
Whittakers
Okay.
is quite a good company because, you know, they've been there for a long time
Yes.
and they keep continually updating their products and their advertising and who they're targeting, and successfully.
Yeah.
And they're kind of the old the old and new.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's very powerful. They're still being true, but they're sort of evolving and updating
Exactly.
according to the times.
Yeah.
Appropriately, which is the real skill.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's great. So imagine someone said the word New Zealand to you and you could project a series of images on the wall. What would you project on the wall?
It's a tricky question
Okay.
because it could be anything.
Yeah.
I would think it's like a community based.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what sets us apart because everyone's so friendly to one another. So everyone's working together as a community to produce innovation.
Yeah. So I think that's really kind of helpful, a distinction that everyone's helping each other out.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like being in a really, really, really large and very friendly village. And you certainly don't get that in very many other places that I've been to personally.
No.
All right. So, a giant question. What can we do to save humanity?
Ooh, that is a giant question. I think we all have to kind of think along the same wavelengths and have the same social morals, but also have the ability to explore different places. I definitely think that everyone should be able to travel to view different places and understand their cultures, and then not adapt, but take that into consideration.
So it's about mutual perspectives and being able to. I can look at the world through your eyes, you can look at the world through mine, we can look at the world through Liam's eyes, or we can take different views while holding our own, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, because then you can adapt to your everyday thinking or how you live.
And so
with
this
more
project,
consideration.
Eudoo, how, if at all, does it hold any interest for you or any value for you?
I think New Zealand is a place where I can thrive creatively, because it kind of has a sense of freedom that we can experiment with heaps of different things, and I think that's very important as a designer, not to be held back by whatever society conforms you to.
So do you think Eudoo can help you with that freedom, with that sense of being experimental? So this project, which has got the name Eudoo, when we've done these 100 interviews and got these 1,000, I'm asking you to be deliciously selfish and a bit like Lorde, you know, direct and honest about whether or not this has any value to you. This project, this process, putting all these videos up on Facebook.
I think directly, maybe not, but collectively, yes. And so then it would affect me.
Yes.
So it's kind of a cycle. So
that's good. Can you explain that? Because that really helps us.
So
because we're feeling our way. We've never done this before.
Yeah.
Social media democracy's never
Yeah.
been tried before. We're making it up as we're going along. So
Sure.
this really helps.
I think, as I said, so like when you first start the process, you don't think it's going to affect you immediately.
Yes.
But once it's out there and everyone kind of understands it, it becomes this collective thing, which in turn will affect you personally, on a personal level.
I get it. Okay. All right. So that has been really, really helpful. Thank you.
No problem.
We're going to turn the camera off now and